Hi, good afternoon. My name is Krista Hawkins. I am originally from Canada. In July of last year, I became an American citizen. I've lived in Oklahoma since 2003, so quite a few years, but I finally got my citizenship. I have 4 children, Caleb, who's 14, Tyson, who is 11, Ace, who is 9, and then I finally got a girl, and that's Raven, and she is 6 years old. So I'm a busy mom. I'm all about their education. I am that mom that communicates with the teacher constantly because I do have an education background. I went to Oklahoma Baptist University, graduated there with a bachelor's in elementary ed. That's what I wanted to be. Always had a love for children. I also struggled in school growing up and never really paid attention. I was what they call the social butterfly. So that's why I wanted to be a teacher, because I wanted to teach and change the style of teaching to children so they could understand. And a lot of times I didn't understand things, and it's because the teacher would teach one certain way. And so I wanted to change that and make that change. I currently work at Eric's Pharmacy. I'm a pharmacy technician here, but I'm pursuing EPIC UTEACH program so that I can pursue my love for teaching children, and how wonderful it would be to be able to teach all different grades. So that's a little bit about myself. To move forward, talking about task 1. Okay, so that was the grit survey, and the results that I was given said that I scored higher than 80% of most Americans, which surprised me. Not that I'm that goal-oriented, because I am, but more so that 80% of Americans aren't that goal-oriented. But it does you can understand and see that with generations nowadays. But I'm a good communicator. How do I think it would help me with the UTEACH program through EPIC is that I'm a good communicator with parents. I'm friendly, I'm outgoing, I'm organized. Obviously, with 4 kids, you have to be. And I'm a team player, so I'm always willing to learn. If I have questions, I will ask another teacher, a principal, or whatever the protocol is for that. I'm willing to do that too, not just think that I know it all. I'm very goal driven. I like to meet my goals in a timely manner, and it would just bother me if I didn't. So this has been one of my goals, is to be a teacher, and so I've not met that goal. Obviously, I've been out of college for a long time, but I've always pursued it, whether it be teaching with my kids, helping with homework, just to get that much closer to doing what I love to do and what my goal in life is. Then we have task 2, which talks about 3 different definitions of things. The first one was data-driven instruction. I think that the data-driven instruction is awesome. I don't know how teachers ever made it without it, or if they still do without it. I don't know how they make it, because data kind of controls what you teach, what kids know, how you know what kids know. And I think one thing I read talked about how without data, you're just kind of in limbo. You don't really know where kids are. You're just teaching to teach, and I don't think that's fair for children and their education. Also, data-driven instruction, which is also referred to DDI, is kind of goes along with the other 2 definitions. The next one was differentiated instruction, which basically is teaching to individuals. Each student in different ways, and knowing that each student doesn't learn the same. And I learned this in my student teaching. I learned this in subbing. Watching other teachers was very difficult when they would just teach the same to every single kid. As me growing up learning, I didn't learn like everyone else. So that was one of my goals, was to teach that way, that kind of instruction, of differentiated instruction. And without the data, you wouldn't be able to do that, because you have to have the differentiated, to teach different to each kid, you have to have the data to know where each kid is. And you need to know that each kid retains and each kid learns differently. Then we have the personalized learning, which I love. Each student learns differently, like I just said. Personalized learning is based on the student's needs, interests, their skills, and their strengths, and even their weaknesses. So to teach them personally to those things, to find something that interests them, and to teach based on that is, I mean, kids learn way more than that. And I learned that with my own kids. So I really think that data-driven information kind of goes with those, because without the data, you wouldn't be able to know where the kids are at. You wouldn't know what they score high in and what they struggle with, and how to do each child and teach to them. So I'm all game for this and all three of those. I guess that's it. I'm glad I have this opportunity, and I'm so thankful that you gave me this opportunity. I hope you have a great day. Bye.